my collective, Elsie here to do a reading for you. Look, I wasn't going to do a collective reading today, but these energies are wild. Look, I've been doing private readings for the last little bit over the full moon energy, and something big is shifting here. It feels like really big shifts, and so I feel like I should be here to do a collective reading for you because there is something here that is really shifting for somebody here, and I feel like it's important for you to know what that is. Let's find out what's going on for the collective. When I do a collective bonus reading, I'm reading for the current or the future energy. I'm not going to go to anything back there, but it is retrograde. We are in the retrograde shadow period, the pre-shadow period. So, I mean, you know, it is what it is, right? Let's find out what's going on and what is shifting, because it does feel like tectonic plate kind of shifting. And I'm not talking about earthquakes, but I feel like shake you down kind of energy. Tell me what I'm talking about, because it feels really big. Tell me what this shift is all about for the collective, please. I'm going to call it signs and symbols as you need to know them, to know what's going on. And we'll see what the energies are about here. Tell me about the collective. There we go. We've got the Ace of Cups. Ooh, what's this? Okay, that's what it is. Your wish fulfillment's coming in. Something you've been wishing on, like a wish is about to be granted here. You have been sharpening or honing your skills is what it feels like. This is Gemini and Virgo energy. It feels like, Gemini, Aries energy. It feels like somebody here has been honing their skills, working on themselves. You've got now the skills and the resources, and it feels like you've been working with the tools that the universe has given you. You have, in effect, moved out of the Fool energy. So it feels like the Magician is card number 1, where the Fool is card number 0. I feel like you have gotten your rhythm in this new chapter here. And it feels like you entered the chapter with the ability to create or materialize the 9 of Cups. Inner happiness or wish fulfillment, something is coming into alignment, and it feels like it has to do with the Ace of Cups. Something that is going to open your heart or is going to make you happy or emotionally happy. The 9 and 1 is 10. 10 Cups is here. And I feel like somebody here has manifested it, or you have created the environment that is perfect for something here to show up that is going to fulfill you emotionally here. Tell me what this is. We've got the Knight of Cups. I'm just saying. We've got the 5 of Cups. And the Page of Swords. It does feel like somebody here had placed a block or does have a block in this energy of this is not for me. It's never going to work out for me. I don't even know why I watch tarot anymore. I don't know why I have hope anymore. It feels like somebody has lost their hope. The 5 of Cups is here with the Page of Swords. It's like you're watching or observing everyone else get what they want, and you're not getting what you want. I feel like it hadn't stopped moving, but the Knight of Cups is the one that is dragging their heels. This person is being very careful. They're being very slow. This is somebody who's not moving very fast, because they're also trying to create the perfect environment, the perfect emotional environment for all of these things to work out as they should. So it does feel like with 2 cups here, one on in the hand of the Knight and one here, it feels like somebody here is showing up because they want to deepen some sort of a connection with you. Now, this could be platonic or it could be romantic. Take it as it will be in your life. But the 5 of Cups is here. I feel like you're like, okay, look, I've done all the work. I've honed my skills. I know what to do with my aces. I've been trying to, I've been waving the Ace of Wands or the Ace of Cups out here. Hello, I'm over here. Look, I'm ready. I'm ready for my cup to overflow with emotion. And I feel like you feel like the universe has forgotten you. I want to say that there are 2 cups up here that you don't see because you're very sad with something that you've lost, or you've already decided that it's not showing up for you. So I want to say that you maybe need to dig a little deeper. And I feel as though something that you find while you're digging is possibly going to, maybe your head's down. Maybe that's why you're digging and your head's down. Maybe you're And what I mean by that when I say with the Page of Swords is, like, the Page of Swords is the one who's curious, but is also always looking for information. It almost feels like you're trying too hard, or you're like, come on, where is it? Where is it? Like, it feels like maybe you're asking for it and it's not showing up. I feel like what you don't realize is that once you know how to use the tools, the magician, once you know how to use the tools, you don't have to keep going over, how do I use the tools? Once you know how to use the tools, you know how to use the tools. It's just that this Knight of Cups is taking its time, because the Two of Cups is important to the Knight. And this person's being brave with their feelings or their emotions. Tell me about this Magician. It feels like you've moved out of the Fool energy into the Magician's energy, where you're now in creation mode. And I don't think that you realize you're creating alignment here, because I feel like you're busy looking at what you've lost and not looking at what is to be gained here. I've got the Eight of Cups. Yeah, so it feels like you have sort of detached from the hope that any of the tools that you have are actually going to work. We've got the full moon over the head of the person who's walking away. It feels like somebody's like, you know what, I'm just going to release it. Maybe it's not for me. Maybe it's something that I would have settled for anyway. Maybe I'm just going to detach from the hope of something emotional or coming into alignment is showing up here. And I think that somebody goes back into hermit energy. I feel like you feel you're not enough, or you feel like you're doing something wrong, or you don't have the right formula, or you don't have enough aces. Like, it feels like somebody here keeps checking in on themselves, saying, you know, maybe I don't have enough light. Maybe that's what it is. It feels like somebody here keeps checking in on themselves. It feels like you're being really hard on yourself, Virgo energy, right? The Hermit is Virgo, and Virgo is very hard on themselves. And so I feel like you keep going in to check yourself over to see, like, do I have enough? Am I enough? I think that you are, but I think that you think that the Magician has the tools, and once you put down the Ace of Cups, it's supposed to materialize in a minute. And that's just not the way the universe works, right? We have the Six of Pentacles. I feel like the Six of Pentacles is telling me that you feel breadcrumbed by the universe, that you've got all the tools, you've done all the meditations, your light is in place, you've detached from anything that is not serving you, and I feel like you feel breadcrumbed by the universe here. Because we do have two people who have their hands out, and only one person who's giving things out, and nobody's giving anything back to you. So I feel like you keep getting into situations where you keep giving and nobody's giving back to you. Tell me what happens. How are you going to know when things are in alignment? Tell me about this. We've got the Nine of Wands. Well, I feel like even though you think things are not in alignment, I feel like your resilience is going to pay off. We've got the Three of Cups. And we've got the Lovers. Look, it does feel like there is joy coming, happiness, togetherness. I feel like for someone here that you're like, fine, I guess I'm back to the drawing board. I guess I'll go out with my friends. And that just may be when you meet this person. The Lovers is here, and it does feel like there's someone here who will choose you. When you see them, it will be unmistakable. And so, you know, we've got the sun behind the angel here. It feels like it will be unmistakable. Doesn't matter how busy the room is, you will see the little light over their head. I feel like just when you're just ready to give up, because you've detached, you've given this energy of, fine, whatever, I'll just keep the tools, I guess. Like, I feel like you're just like saying to the universe, fine, if you're not going to give it to me, fine. I'm just going to go out with my friends. That's what I'll do. I'll just choose to be happy. I'll choose happiness, joy. I'll choose, you know, being out with my friends. Maybe I'll tell my friends it's time to come over to my house, or let's meet out somewhere. It feels like a last-ditch effort because you're trying to make yourself feel better about whatever it is that you feel that the universe has left you out on the outside looking in here. We've got the Eight of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Eight of Swords. I do feel that you're prepared. I feel like you're ready, you're prepared, you've been working on yourself. I feel like you have been working on your finances, you've been working on your health, you've been multiplying your finances, your health, or whatever it is that is in your environment. So it feels like you've had a glow up. This is the pre-Empress energy. You're just about ready to step into your Empress energy. You've been doing a lot of work. Maybe you've been working overtime. It feels like, though, that this could be that you've been really focusing on yourself. The Eight of Pentacles is about self-mastery, but it can be about the workplace. The Queen of Pentacles tells me that you're really focused on your pentacles or focused on yourself. The Eight of Swords tells me this is what you're trying to do. You're trying to keep your mind off of this stuff. And I feel it's because you're like, you know what, the universe left me out to dry. There's no point in me even thinking about this. It feels like the Eight of Swords tells me you're trapped in the mind, and in order to get out of your head, you maybe work overtime, or you focus on yourself, or you work on your business, or maybe you're very creative. Maybe you're someone who does something really creative. I think you're trying to stay out of your head, and you don't want to be sad about whatever it is that you didn't get. Tell me about this Ace of Cups, because it feels like there's two cups here, and it feels like the Knight is on the way, but I don't think you know that they're on the way. And it feels like it's just been taking forever. It feels like this person may be watching you from a distance, or will notice you at a distance, observe you. What's this here? But the Queen of Cups, just saying, the High Priestess is here with the King of Swords. It is absolutely and completely clear. It feels like there is clarity in the intuition. When this person sees you, they know you're the one. Or when you see them, you know they're the one. But the clarity that you're getting with the High Priestess here is somebody who is like, there they are. That's who they are. They're there. It feels like the King of Swords is the one that's very factual, very truthful and honest. It's clarity, great clarity. And what's this? Intuition. This person's not going to say anything, but they're going to see you, or you're going to see them. Take it as it resonates for you. Look, it's a general reading. It can flip-flop it as you need to. But it feels like with the Queen of Cups, we are talking about Cancer energy, possibly Scorpio or Pisces. Got Pisces here, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. We've got Gemini here. We've got Sagittarian energy. We've got Aries and Gemini energy. It does feel like somebody either spots you or knows you and has already been watching you. This could be somebody who's in the social group, definitely. Tell me about the Page of Swords. Somebody wants to get to know you better. They're ready to explore verbally. This is communication connection, right? Verbal or in the mind. Somebody is ready to do some exploring here. They have been trying to find the confidence to step up and transform the situation. The World card being in the reverse is, you think it's over, but it's not. There's unfinished business here. It does feel like somebody's been thinking about you or watching you, if they know you. Some of you have never met this person, but if they know you, it might be someone who has been watching you grow, watching you take care of yourself, watching you glow up, watching your business grow, watching you make a lot of money. And I feel like while you're in your head, I feel like this person has been observing you from a distance. The World card being in the reverse is always, it's the cycle that is not yet closed. It's unfinished business. So for some of you, it could be somebody that you know. I'm not saying it's an ex. I'm not saying they're from the past. I'm saying somebody feels like there's unfinished business. They feel like they need to transform something before the door closes. They need to hurry up and make sure that they use their confidence to show up for you in the right way. You know what it is, and I'm seeing right now, Charlie is showing me. Charlie is my guide if you've never been here before. Yep, I'm that kind of crazy. So, the Raiders of the Lost Ark. I'm watching Harrison Ford. I'm watching like this door come down, and he like gets in under the door at the very last second. And that's what this feels like. This somebody here feels like this is the very last second. I don't have any more time left. The door's going to close. My window of opportunity is going to close. I need to stop fucking around, and I just need to do it. I need to find the confidence to stop watching and start talking to this person. Meanwhile, I think, collective, if you are the Taurus, the Virgo, or the Capricorn, maybe Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, maybe you're a Scorpio, it feels like you are in this energy of, well, I guess I'm out of luck again. But I don't think that you realize that the Two Cups are here and that this person is just taking their time because they're scared. Like, their intuition is on high. I think yours is too, by the way. And they see you as everything. Like, the Queen of Cups is kind and passionate and compassionate and loving and empathic and psychic. And I feel like this person is really attracted to that. And not only attracted to your energy, but attracted to you intellectually, because the King of Swords isn't just ever attracted to emotion. Because they're kind of a detached. They need to know that you're smart enough, and if you're in your Queen of Pentacles energy, you are. Not to say that the water signs aren't smart, but each of them represents, like this one particularly represents grounding, solid, moving slow, dependable, somebody who's very practical, pragmatic, right? This is somebody who's very literal and honest and factual, and I'm going with the facts, not with the emotions. And it's just, they see you as very kind and compassionate and emotional and loving, but also they love this part of you, the one that matches this energy, which is not really all that emotional. So what happens from here? So once, let's just say that this is going down, that this is somebody who you've given energy to, but they've not really given you energy back to you. I feel like it's because they haven't had their realization yet, but it feels like this is the energy that is in the future. It feels like something here is about to happen when you get into a social place. It feels like friends ask you out, or let's just go to that thing, and you're like, fine, let's go to that thing, because I just don't think you want to sit around for the weekend. Tell me what happens here, because I feel like this is the deal. I feel like you're in this energy of being detached and like, you know what, whatever, let's just go, let's go. And I feel like you're not expecting that this person is waiting for you here. What happens here? There it is, Knight of Wands, Three of Pentacles, and the Six of Wands. A lot of attention, building a foundation, and this person has got the hots. They're coming in quickly, and they're coming in passionately. And I feel like this Three of Pentacles is telling me that you already know them, that they're in your wheelhouse, or somebody that you know when you go to a certain social place. So it might be, I don't know, maybe they're the person that works at a local eatery or something around your house. But I feel like this is somebody who's been in your group, or a friend of a friend, somebody who you've already built some sort of foundation with. It's a very small foundation, but you're familiar with them. You've cooperated, collaborated. Feels like they're in your community, or a friend of a friend, or you see them around, or, the universe is going to have you cross paths before things come together. This person is going to stop and give you attention this time. A lot of attention. It feels like they've decided that when you're put in their path, that they have to do something. Tell me what the outcome is. Tell me what the outcome is, please. I think that you've already decided that nothing like this is ever going to happen to you, and I think that's why it happens, because of the detachment, y'all. And that's exactly the way it happens. When you detach from it, that's just calls it in. That's what it is. We've got the Six of Swords, we've got the Eight of Wands, and we've got the Ten of Pentacles. This is the one. It feels like this is the long-term one. And I feel like this person is going to take their shot. This has been in motion for a really long time, and I don't think you realized it was in motion, because maybe you're very practical and you're like, well, I haven't seen anything. I haven't heard anything. And it feels like you didn't think that anything was going to happen. But look, I feel like you were in this energy of being disappointed or heartbroken. But look, I think you both were. I think you were both in this energy of, oh, she's just going to reject me. And he was just like, she's just going to reject me. And you were like, he's just not interested in me. Look at him. He's an emperor. I feel like he sees your worth, you see his. And it feels like there are two people here who think that the other one's going to break their heart, or that this isn't going to work out, or I'm just disappointed. And I think that it feels like, boom, like the universe brings you together. And we've got, this has already been in motion for quite some time. And somebody here is going to see you and take a shot. I feel like this is your long-term person. believe it or not. King of Cups is here. Look, you two are mirroring each other's energies here. You know what took so long? I think somebody here had a really rough ending on something. And I feel like they've been carrying it around for a while, but I feel like they can't ignore the Wheel of Fortune, right? Nobody can stop the Wheel of Fortune. And so it feels like somebody here was going through a really rough time, that there was some sort of ending or betrayed ending they were going through here, a really hard thing. It doesn't have to be relationship related. It's something in their life that was going on that was super hard for them to deal with. I feel like this person is finally getting out for the first time in a long time. The Wheel of Fortune hits, and they've been carrying something around for a while, but I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is here to clear the way, push things forward, and all of a sudden we're back at the beginning of a cycle. That's what it feels like, because there was unfinished business here to start with, and look at this. I can't even, honestly. I'm just going to leave that there. Somebody's choosing you. There's a hard decision to make, but I think that the full moon has had something to do with it, and somebody here has decided, I need that contract, or the aha moment or moment of clarity. I'm just going to leave it there. I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I do appreciate you. I feel like something is shifting big after this full moon. That's what it feels like. A decision is being made or was made under the full moon. And I feel like it brings in conversation, communication. Somebody here is showing up. There's two people on the same vibration, and it's going down, friends. I'm going to go for now. You guys take care of yourselves. I'm out. Bye-bye.